Hey everybody, it's meteorologist Brad Panovich for SkiSoutheast.com, and I'm really excited for a couple reasons. One, we've got cold and snow heading our way, and I'm actually going to be on the slopes this weekend because it's the ski summit up at Snowshoe. So I'm going to talk about all the Southeast, but we're going to focus in a little bit on Snowshoe. The next two forecast updates, I'll do one on Thursday night before I leave to go up there, but I want to focus on that because I posted a map getting excited, and a lot of people are like, I don't think there's going to be that much snow up there. Let me show you why. If you're looking at apps or relying on the Weather Channel, no offense to them, they're not going to forecast local weather really well. I'm going to show you why, just based on experience and the setup we have, that this could be a really good event for not just one snowfall event. This is going to be 3 separate events going into the weekend that'll set the stage for some big time snow. So let me show you the setup here. Obviously it's warm today. It's going to be warm for most of Wednesday, but late Wednesday things get real interesting because this front starts to push through by Friday night. And notice we're starting to see that snow above about 3,500 feet, maybe even above 3,000 feet. So as we go through Wednesday night into Thursday morning, this is the biggest of all the events, but it's a wet snow, so it's not going to fluff up a whole lot. But you can see pretty good snow through Thursday morning. I think the snow will last until Thursday afternoon, especially up in West Virginia and Maryland. It tapers off, we get into a lull, but then here comes our next clipper type system, and this will be the second of 3 systems. This clipper system arrives on Friday, maybe in the morning, but I think mid-afternoon into Friday night, which will be interesting because this is about the time I'll be driving up to Snowshoe. But everybody across the Southeast is going to get another round of snow on Friday, and this could be much more powdery snow because the air mass is going to be much colder, so we're going to mix in a lot more air. We'll fluff the snow up. So the first event, the snowfall ratios might be 8-10 to 1. This next event's probably in the 12 to 13 to 1 ratio. So we start getting more powder than anything. That snow lasts through Friday night into Saturday morning. We'll probably wake up to snow on Saturday morning up at Snowshoe and in many locations across the Southeast. It's actually a pretty good setup as that northwest flow will continue into Saturday. So actually North Carolina looks to manage a little bit better with this, but even up here, and again, Snowshoe is right there, Pocahontas County, perfect spot there as it jumps up. So we go through Saturday afternoon, the snow tapers off again, and then look what happens on Sunday. Now this is interesting. This is a little what we call channeled vorticity. We still got flow coming out of the Great Lakes a little bit of energy produces some snow showers. Certainly not a huge event, but enough, and it's cold enough air mass on Sunday that this, even though this looks like flurries here, this is one of those events that overachieves at Snowshoe where you end up with 2 or 3 inches of additional snow, and it'll be really fluffy, and then that lasts into Sunday morning, then tapers off Sunday afternoon. So pretty good setup there. Now what I'm talking about, the setup for this is we just don't have northwest flow, which is great for snow in the Southeast if it's cold and you got a moisture connection, but we also have some lift. These mid-level pieces of energy, these vorticity maximums we call them, big piece of energy coming in with this Wednesday, Thursday system. So that's the biggest one of all of them. But watch as that pushes through and another one develops behind it. This little piece of energy is the one swinging through on Friday. The whole time we've got some moisture coming off the Great Lakes. Remember, it's been pretty warm across the whole eastern half of the country this winter, so the Great Lakes aren't really frozen over. There is some open water, so we're able to tap into some of that moisture and get it down here. And notice as we go into Friday, this next channeled piece of energy, again, mainly pivoting through North Carolina, but we've got some energy up there, that produces good snowfall across the Southeast. So let me show you the forecast for the amount. So I'm going to play this out, and I'll let this go through just Thursday morning. So this is just Thursday morning. Look at some of these amounts here. You could see up towards Snowshoe, you're probably looking at maybe up to 6 inches. Some pretty heavy amounts. There's a lot of moisture with this first system. Down through areas like Roan Mountain Beach, Sugar Mountain, down towards the Smokies. I think Cataloochee could end up getting a pretty good snow out of this one as well. And then we're going to go through time. The next system comes through on Friday. Look how it adds to the totals. And then that third system coming in on Sunday adds some. I'll stop it here on Monday morning. I'm going to pause it right there. I'm going to back this up just so you go. This is a cumulative. This when people see that time up there, they go, "Was that on Monday 12?" This is from now through Monday, and I'll back this up through Monday morning. Right there, we'll go at 7 a.m. So I'm going to pause it right there. So let's, back it up. We'll play it again. So let's go into North Carolina. You could see some of these mountaintops. I mean, look at the scale at the top of the screen. You start getting into purples, you're getting 7 to 8 inches. And the brighter purples, you know, you're starting getting close to 9 inches. So I think 6 to 8 inch amounts over a 3 or 4 day period, not out of the question. in parts of North Carolina. Going up towards Winter Place, that looks like a good 4 to 5 inches. But Snowshoe is the one that has my attention. There you are, bullseye. That almost looks like a foot. Now, you think I'm crazy? Well, let's break down the guidance. So what I did is just to show you the model guidance here, and I'm going to move my head out of the way. Whoops, that was really smart. I'm going to move my head over to this side, just out its way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plot all the major models for the next 3 days or so. So we'll play this out, and what I put in here is Snowshoe. Now, Snowshoe, I couldn't find a grid point for Snowshoe, but I found one for Slaty Fork. If you know where that is, it's just down the road from Snowshoe. Look at these totals. Starting, basically, the accumulation starts Wednesday night at 9 p.m. And look at these. They all shoot up by Thursday at 6 p.m. So look on the right. This is a cumulative snowfall at Snowshoe from all of our guidance. The lowest is 2.2 in the Canadian, and nobody ever looks at the Canadian for snowfall. 3.9 RPM. The Euro has 6.4. The GFS has 8.8 inches of snow, and the NAM has 6.1. That's just a 24-hour snowfall from Wednesday 9 p.m. to Thursday 9 p.m. That does not include the Friday into Saturday or the Sunday event. So that's why I'm foreseeing some significant totals up there, because just knowing the way Snowshoe sets up in these scenarios, they tend to always overachieve, especially when the air is cold. And speaking of cold air, we've got really cold air coming down. So the combination of that energy that I showed you, those vorticity maxims, really cold air, and northwest flow, this should be very efficient snowfall makers for the southeast. I think this is going to be one of those things we're going to look back and go, man, this was a really big event for a lot of areas here in the southeast. And it's super cold on top of all this, so guess what? You can blow and make snow this entire time. So just an amazing ski weekend. So my forecast looks incredible right now. I think the snow starts on Wednesday night, but it's still going to be marginally cold enough for making snow. So the natural snow is the big thing on Wednesday night. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all across the southeast, snow-making opportunities and natural snow. Obviously a little bit better on Sunday up in the Snowshoe and West Virginia, and Maryland, because there's a little more energy up there. But really all across the southeast, this is by far the best stretch of weather as far as cold temperatures and snow, cold temperatures for snowmaking and natural snow that I've honestly seen all winter. And that's the way sometimes late February, early March goes. So that's why I'm kind of giddy for everybody. I don't care if you're coming to the summit or not. You're going to miss out. But if you're going to Winter Place, if you're going to Cataloochee, if you're going to Sugar or Beach Mountain even, or heading up towards areas like Bryce, or you're going up to Wisp, I mean, all these areas are going to end up with decent snow this weekend. So if you can't join us at Snowshoe, get out and ski. This is a great time, and you might be skiing in some of the best powder of the entire season in the southeast, which is saying a lot, I should say, considering how warm this winter has been. So get excited. I'll have another update on this by Thursday. By then, we'll actually have some totals. And again, don't believe your apps. This is going to be a legit snow event. I think probably the biggest one of the season. If we take all three events and tally them all up by the end, it's going to be amazing. So get excited. Think snow. I'll see you up at Snowshoe this weekend if you're going. Stay tuned for my update on Thursday as we get ready for the big summit and a great ski weekend in the southeast.